This is the plaintiff, Fred Santos. He says he purchased a Porsche from the defendant, and before he could pick it up, the guy's place burned down. The car he had just paid for was damaged in the fire. The defendant promised he would fix the car up like new, but hasn't, and he's suing him for the $5,000 he's now owed. This is the defendant, Ahmed Ibrahim. He says the plaintiff's car was located at the back of his shop, far away from the fire, and only suffered minor damage. He told him he'd fix it, but he had to wait until he got the all clear from the fire department to go back into his severely damaged shop. Meantime, the plaintiff snuck onto the property and took the keys to the car without authorization. And now, here they are. He's accused of Porsche problems.
All parties, please use your right hand. Be seated. Come to order, please. Litigants have been sworn, Your Honor.
Thank you, Douglas.
You're welcome, ma'am.
All right, Mr. Santos, you purchased a 1987 Porsche 924 from the defendant, correct?
Correct.
Was that your car that he bought, or?
A customer left it with me to sell it for him, and I sold it for him.
Okay, so the purchase price of the vehicle in question was how much?
The purchase price was 17. We negotiated down. He wanted 24.99.
So the purchase price was?
1,700.
1,700, and you're
Correct.
suing for 5,000. Let's talk about what happened. So you buy the car, and according to you, there's certain work that is going to be done to the car before they
Correct.
deliver it to you, correct?
Correct.
Before you accept it.
Before
and
accept
what
it.
is the work that, according to you, is supposed to be done?
Okay, he was supposed to have the car, oil change done, filter.
Slow down. An oil change?
Filter.
Filter what? A new filter?
A new filter, correct. And new tires. He said he was put because the tires.
4 new tires.
4 new tires. And he was going to check the brakes and check the lines, make sure there's nothing leaking. He was also supposed to.
What? Wait, just a second. He's supposed to check for leaks, or he's supposed to fix leaks?
No, he's fixed any leaks that there was on the car. Okay.
Go on.
Also change the brakes.
Change the brakes?
Well, check the brakes and
change
replace
them?
it.
Because
And
for
replace it.
$1,700, it sounds like you're saying that there was more than $1,700 worth of work. So he's supposed to change your brakes?
Well, he was supposed
I
to.
hope you can prove the stuff you're saying.
No, I am approving.
No, not approve.
Oh.
Prove to me the truth of the stuff you are saying.
The stuff that I'm
so
saying
he's supposed to change the brakes.
Right.
Is that what you said? What else is he supposed to do?
He's supposed to check the brakes and see how they were. If they were bad, he was going to change them.
Check the brakes and see how they work, and then do what? Change them for new brakes if they don't work well?
No, not change them,
what?
no. Just to make sure it was safe to drive the car.
So is he supposed to replace them?
Yes.
Okay,
This is
so
what,
what else is he supposed to do?
Okay, and pretty much check for anything else that was wrong.
And everything that's wrong with it is supposed to be fixed for $1,700.
Well, he was supposed to give me the car in working condition, okay?
Let me ask you, did
Yes.
you agree to give him 4 new tires, fix any leaks, change the brakes, do an oil change and a new filter?
I sold him the car as is.
No.
Is there a bill of sale for the car?
He did not ask for it. I said he wanted
That
a bill of
doesn't
sale.
mean you can't give him one.
He-
Is there a bill of sale for the car?
He wrote me, yes, I have
Let me
it.
see anything that's in writing between the two of you.
Yes.
So you sold it as is, but did you agree to do some work? And if so, what was the work you agreed to do?
What I told him, I'm going to check the car. The car is being sitting. I'm going to check the car. If there is any leak, I'll fix it. If there is the brakes needs work, anything. I did the oil change.
Hold on. If the brake needs work, what?
I would do the work if it needs.
For free?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Sounded crazy, and
And
apparently
it
it's
didn't
not.
need. I know
So
the car-
change your brakes if they needed. Did you agree to give him 4 new tires?
No.
Yes.
Okay.
I agreed to install the tires. He get the tires. I installed them for him.
Okay. So let me just see this agreement. Was it in writing?
No.
Yes.
Okay. Show me the agreement in
I'll show
writing.
you the agreement in writing. I have it right here. I have that.
Paid $1,000 as a deposit on the Porsche. Price is $17,000.
1,700.
Yeah, I know, but you wrote $17,000. Where is, I asked if the agreement for tires and all that was in writing. This isn't the agreement in writing for tires and all that. So do you have that in writing, yes or no?
No, I don't have that in writing.
Okay, no
It's
problem.
what we
Take that
exchanged.
back. Now, as luck would have it, you have not picked the car up yet, right?
Correct.
And there's a fire?
Yes, there's a
Oh, my
fire.
goodness, there's a fire at your place. What caused the fire?
An accident happened when I was working in replacing a gas pump in 2002 Xterra, and there was dirt on the tank on the top. So I got the shop vacuum to vacuum it, and the shop vacuum caught a spark in the shop vacuum. The spark blew everything up. I got burned in my hands, in my face,
Oh, my
in my
goodness.
back of
You're
the shirt.
lucky to be alive.
I am. Thank God. I am.
And a lot of property got destroyed.
All the shop got been destroyed. Luckily, his car was in the very back. Easy.
Okay, let's see how lucky he is. Hold on. Lucky his car is in the back, so it's not in ashes, but I don't know how lucky he is when I see what happened to the car. What am I looking at there?
Okay, you're looking at, let me look at it.
That's the engine compartment
Yeah.
to where the battery is supposed to be.
That's the battery, right. And the battery was in the car, but he had pulled the battery out.
Did you pull the battery out?
I got him new battery.
Did you put it in?
Yes.
But he
Where
pulled
is
it
it?
out. Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, it's not in the car, though.
It's not in my
Number
car.
one, Your Honor. The battery was missing, and the key of the car was missing.
We'll get to that in a second.
Okay.
Just hold on. Oh, is that where he's lucky?
Right.
That's his car?
That's smoke, Your Honor. That's
Did you?
smoke.
I'm sorry. Hold on. That's melted lights.
Yes.
You
that's my
understand
car.
that, right?
Yes.
Okay. So it's not, it's a little smoke, it'll all rub off. That's not what we're looking at. What is this? The windshield, what happened to
It
it?
smashed. From the
From the
ceiling,
heat?
from the fire, from the heat. Yeah, something came down from the ceiling
Oh, my
and
goodness.
smashed. Actually, it fell all over the roof and everything. It's just
Oh,
the
my
front
goodness.
smashed.
This is another burned light.
Right. And the
Okay,
top.
do you have insurance?
No.
Oh, that's a problem, isn't it? So you're running a place without insurance, and then let's see what happens. According to you, you are suing for the tires, you're suing for the car battery.
Right.
Now, you say he stole the battery out of his car. How did he get in there to do that?
I didn't say it stole. What happened is I missed the key of the car. If I had the key, the car would not be in that place. The car would be done.
Well, where's the key?
He took it. And when I called
Wait,
him...
how was he able to get into your office and take the key?
Let me tell you.
No, tell me how, just this. How is a customer able to go to the back office and take back his key?
It's not office, Your Honor. It's not office. It's an open yard.
Well, that's ridiculous. How
It's
does he get the key from your office? Because if he can
Not
get it,
my office,
he can
Your
get
Honor.
it and I can get it and we can steal the car. So how is it that your customer can go to where you keep keys and take his key?
Can I finish, Your Honor?
You can answer exactly what I asked you.
Okay, what happened is the key was in the car preparing to work on it.
You left the key in the car?
Yes, it's in my property.
How long was the key inside the car?
It was like a day, like few hours, and then
Was the key in the car?
No.
How do you know?
How do I know? Because I went to see, I was told.
How
by-
do you know that he doesn't have the key in the car?
Oh, I don't know.
Right, you shouldn't have answered that because
I don't know.
the only way for you to say no conclusively like that is because there may be some truth to you taking the key from the car.
Your Honor,
According to you, he tells you, I took the key from the car because I was afraid somebody would steal the car.
yes.
Right.
And
How
he
does that
brought
happen
me the
in
key.
text? Stop and listen. How does that happen? By text or by phone?
Personally.
Personally.
Yeah. By phone, he told me I have the key, and he gave me the key personally after that.
Okay, so now you have a key, and what happens to that key?
I took the car, I started to work on it, and I couldn't work on the burnt shop. So I took it into next mechanic, door mechanic. He is my friend. So I took it there to work on it. We got it in a tow truck, and we put it in that mechanic. And the tow truck guy told the mechanic, okay, the car is outside. I left the key in it. And the mechanic called me and said, I don't find the key. I called the tow truck
Okay,
guy.
so how did he take it a second time?
Yeah.
Because that's the tow truck driver and your mechanic and your tow truck driver say, I don't have a key. It sounds like you lost it.
Let me, I'm honest with that.
All right.
I'm not
Why
guaranteed-
would you not be responsible for painting the car if it got destroyed like this in your shop and you chose to save yourself a few pennies on insurance? And why would you not be responsible for painting the car?
Your Honor, If that hood is completely damaged, I could paint the hood. But the car is 1987.
Yeah, he got lucky that it got burned in your place because, you know. Does anybody have a picture of the car before the burn?
Actually, I have it on my phone. I can show
Yeah,
you.
let me see that. I'm
can show
curious
you the
to see
phone,
that.
yeah.
All right, what are Pelican parts, my friend? You have a lawsuit for $3,000 in Pelican parts.
That's the picture of the car.
Okay.
That's at the driveway. That's where,
Oh, so you did have it in your possession at some point.
well, that was
Yes,
when
it
I,
was just a
when I
different
first
owner.
bought it. No, when I first bought it.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, I
Yeah,
brought
oh, the
it
paint
home.
job was awful on it.
Yeah.
Is that a hole in the front?
It's like from the fire and from whatever fell off the ceiling, it hit the.
Oh, I'm sorry. I asked you if you had a
Oh.
picture of the car before the burn.
That's the only picture I showed you.
Is that before the burn?
That was before the burn.
If it's before the burn,
wait,
there's
wait.
not a hole in this picture that is from the fire. Do you
Okay.
understand what I meant by the burn?
No, I didn't understand.
Okay, is this
sorry.
picture before or after the fire?
This is after the fire.
Okay, do you have
A picture before?
Yes.
Okay, let me look.
No, forget it. Do you have a picture of the car before you sold it?
No.
Okay, what are Pelican parts and why would he be responsible for it?
Pelican Parts is where I had to order the parts because he wasn't getting nothing done to my car. It's a place where you get parts from.
Sweetheart, what parts?
Parts, okay.
Because I have to
Alternator.
determine if you are just beautifying your car at his
No.
expense.
No, I'm not.
Okay, well,
All right, it's.
so tell me what parts he is responsible for to
Okay.
buy for you and why. Go ahead.
The alternator of the car.
The alternator you had made yourself responsible for, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
the alternator and the belt.
So now, hold on.
Yes.
Give me the receipt for the alternator.
Okay, this is the part for the alternator.
How much was the alternator?
Okay, alternator came out to $169.99.
Okay.
It's right here.
You never fixed the alternator, did you? And you had said you would, right?
Yes.
Okay, and what's it cost to that's just for the part, so what's it cost to install?
To install depends on the time. It's usually an hour to put in.
Would you say that's fair? What would it cost to install, what is labor at for an hour?
I was getting $82 an hour.
All right.
With the belts also, once you replace.
Why the belts? The belt's
because-
part of the alternator?
Yes, it is.
No.
Once you remove the alternator, the belts, you have to pop the belts out and they're, you
Yeah,
know,
but new belts, is that part of the alternator?
well,
No.
that is whenever you install an
Well,
alternator.
one would also do that at the same time. That is not the same as
Okay.
saying that it's the
No,
same
it's
as
not
the alternator.
part,
Now,
but-
my next question to you is, the windshield, of course, needed replacing, but why on earth would I buy your estimate of $1,003 to replace a windshield on a car you paid $1,700 for? Windshields aren't usually that expensive.
Yeah,
Why is this one that expensive?
Because it's a 1987, and they don't have them in stock that easy. They have to look for them. They have to ship them from different locations. And that one came out of Carolina somewhere. They had to ship it, and for them to install it, take out the old one, put the seal around it, and glue it, and everything that they do. They deliver.
Did you order it already?
Did I order it already?
Yes.
What do
You
you
said
mean?
it came from Carolina. It made it
Yeah, I
sound
had
like
it-
you already ordered it.
No, it had to come from Carolina. That's what they were told me. And the price of the
Oh, so you haven't paid for this yet?
Well, not yet. Everything.
Okay.
Okay.
Because it seems bloated to me. I got to be honest with you. Most windshields don't cost that. You're telling me, well, it's really hard to get an 87.
It's an 87. It's
Your Honor,
Yeah. How
not
much
a-
does it cost to get the windshield? Because you never bothered to get it. You see, you're mad that he's charging all this money, but then,
Your Honor,
he
can I-
got a little tired of you not getting stuff done. Go ahead.
what happened is I have another Porsche the same year and the same specs, and I have a windshield on it. And I told him, and he should remember that, I have a windshield, I have somebody will replace a windshield from this car to this car. And
And
will
what did
cost
he
me-
say?
He said, okay.
And then why didn't you just get it done then?
He took the car, Your Honor.
Right. After how long after you said,
Your
okay, how
Honor-
long did you leave it there after the fire?
3 months. He
Okay.
had my
No,
car.
Well, if you don't get your act together in 3 months.
The fire
Yeah,
happened in
and I didn't get my
November.
car till
3
December.
months what? The fire happened in
Okay,
November.
no, I said after the fire. You need to listen to my
Oh,
questions.
sorry.
How long did you leave the car there after the fire?
After the fire, I left it there a month.
Is that true?
And you-
Not a month, number one. Number two, the town put a fence around the building, and I told him, I have to call the town. I cannot go inside unless the town permit me. Once the town permit me, I took the car, I put it in a tow truck, I took it to a next door mechanic. In
Right.
second day, he took
he
it.
took the car.
Everybody stop talking.
Okay. So,
I disagree that it's going to cost $1,000 because I just did the research. All right, but I am awarding you something for the windshield. Now, here's what I want from you. You basically have said, I need $3,500 in parts because he agreed to the $3,500 in parts. I don't have evidence that he agreed to $3,500 in parts. I have evidence that he agreed to fix the alternator, so you've proven that much.
Yes.
I have evidence that the thing burned in your place, so you've certainly proven that much. You probably got lucky, but there's no way to depreciate a paint job. I mean, it got burned, and he's going to need the lights. I get it.
The lights melted,
So
yes.
we're going to have to pull out and tease out from your laundry list of demands the ones that are associated with the fire.
I agree.
Okay?
All right,
What you are entitled to is as follows, and I'm going to leave you with my staff because I'm not going to sit here 45 minutes while you figure that out. You are not entitled to the tires because I have zero proof from you that he agreed to buy you 4 new tires. I find that you're entitled to the car battery because the idea that you stole it from yourself is nutty. I find that you're entitled to the paint job, and you do have proof of what the paint job costs.
Yes.
I am going to award you the parts that he agreed on, which would be anything associated with the alternator and a leak that needed to be fixed.
Yes.
With the oil. I am ordering him to pay you for 1 set of keys, and I am ordering him to pay you what I believe is fair for the windshield. That is going to be my verdict. You can go nowhere because you're going to have to sit with all that paperwork and figure out how to tease out what I just said.
Okay.
Okay?
Yes.
That's my verdict, and you, sir, should have insurance. Verdict for the plaintiff.
Thank you.
So the plaintiff does prevail, and he will get a judgment for exactly what he can prove to the judge, and that will come up shortly. Mr. Ibrahim, what are you thinking?
I think the judge was fair, but with the paint job, he showed in his pictures that the hood got a little damage. We could
Yeah.
have painted the hood only. The car is 1987, color is faded. It took all the abuse of that much, 22 years.
Well-
We should not paint the whole car for a little
That's
damage on a
for
hood.
the judge to decide. This must have been a bad, tragic experience for
It
you.
is, it is, it is. It
Really
is a
bad.
bad, tragic.
You're lucky to be here.
Thank God.
And the judge says you should have insurance. You know
Yes,
that.
yes.
Thank you very much.
You're
You must
welcome.
sign some documents on your way out of the courtroom. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Okay. All right, Mr. Santos, you've got some work to do now. You got to go through your receipts. If you'll step over this way.
sure.
Yeah, no, right here. Right here. Yeah, there you go. You think you can come up with those receipts and what you need?
Yeah, I do. I have them all.
Okay.
So-
The car is sitting where right now?
It's sitting in my driveway now.
In your driveway?
Yes, in my
Is
house.
it not drivable though, right?
It's not drivable until I get all that.
All right. Well, you got some work to do.
I got definitely
I
some
hope it
work to
works
do.
out for you.
Okay,
Thank you very much. You two must sign some documents. Harvey, what do you think?
Okay, Doug. Well, the plaintiff was able to prove the cost of the windshield paint and battery, so was awarded $4,000.